Now, did YG Entertainment invent space and time? Hi, welcome. My name is Angelina, and this is my little series where we basically review K-pop comebacks together. Now, the titles usually get me into a lot of trouble, but if anyone takes issue with the title of this video, the title of Aespa's Next Level being familiar when it's literally a remake, then I'm selling everything, including Kevin and moving to Seoul, because SBS has copyright claimed my face, and I apparently do not belong to myself. But yes, in today's video, I did want to discuss Aespa's comeback with Next Level, their kind of first official comeback with Forever having been another remake? Shit, SM, what is going on? But this time, instead of being incredibly annoying and talking to you guys about what it reminds me of, which it doesn't remind me of much, to be honest, so we're in luck in that part. But I really wanted to talk about the backstory, how it connects to Black Mamba, as well as my theories on everything that I've personally seen SM release. You know, on top of just discussing this comeback with you guys like I would a friend, I also wanted to do like a little bit of a deep dive. You know, yesterday I went through the entire Black Mamba music video. I went through episode 1 from SM Culture Universe titled Black Mamba as well. I have a lot of connections to make, so if you're interested in this type of video, please keep on watching, and while you're here, you might as well like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. So I do have to say, I was incredibly excited for this comeback, as I usually am when I make these types of videos. But this comeback, I was gonna make a joke. This comeback, you guys are probably sick of hearing this type of joke. This comeback was Next Level. I'll see myself out. From the teaser photos alone, I was just over the moon excited. I was anticipating this comeback, but as excited I was to really deep dive into this, I do have a little bit of a beef with SM Entertainment. And here's why. This beef really stems from the fact that Next Level is a remake. Not that there's anything wrong with remakes, you know, reduce, reuse, recycle. However, for the second time in a row, SM has given Aespa someone else's song. So the first time for Forever, you know, very beautiful remake, but that was kind of part of SM's tradition. However, to give Aespa their kind of first official comeback, having everyone super hyped up for this comeback, and then last minute being told this is actually a remake, it just felt a little weird to me. So let's talk about that. So if we take a look, it seems that Next Level is a remake of a song featured in the soundtrack of 2019 action film Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw. It is a hip-hop dance song with groovy rap and catchy bass riffs. And you know, within this remake, it seems that they really wanted to show their own flavors, their own colors, and so on. So of course I thought, you know, I'm gonna give it a chance. I did hear some snippets of the original, and it sounded really cool. So obviously I was excited to see what kind of tone that Aespa would be bringing to this. But then come to find out that it really wasn't Aespa's flavor that was added to the song, but more just an SM overall company flavor that was added to the song. It felt more like this could be a song given to any SM artist rather than Aespa in particular. And I say this because personally, for Black Mamba, we all know I tend to not super vibe with SM comebacks. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but generally just the SM sound isn't always my cup of tea. But for Black Mamba, it was kind of one of those songs where I thought, okay, this is an SM sound that is distinguishing itself even further into what I thought would be Aespa's sound. Rather than listening to the song and thinking, okay, it's an SM song, I thought, okay, this is Aespa's sound. So I was kind of expecting that a little bit more with Next Level, but instead it just felt like what SM has done before. You know, this beat drop, shall we say, has been used in Girls' Generation I Got a Boy. It's been used in Super Junior's House Party. This kind of shocking feel of having a specific beat and then completely changing it a few times within the song. And for something like I Got a Boy, it was quite revolutionary for its time, and I felt like it worked for that concept. But for Next Level, I feel like we're just being brought to really weird places. I feel like it's kind of an excuse on SM's part to be like, no guys, this is not another remake. This is another remake with a beat drop that'll confuse the hell out of everyone. And I think it could be a hit or miss. I mean, obviously, I Got a Boy is still a very iconic song to this day, but for the purpose of this song and this not even being Aespa's original song, it just, you know, all of this added together, I'm just wondering why SM isn't giving them their own original song, their own original sound that I thought was being developed through Black Mamba. But definitely let me know what you thought of the song itself. Of course, these things were all very capable of changing our minds if we ended up not liking something at first. Maybe I will like it later, maybe it'll grow on me, maybe it's a grower not a shower, but for now I would definitely put it within my ranking system in YG's Dungeon. Because admittedly, like the whole Next Level, like the parts that they did remake from the original song sound cool as hell. I'm on the next level, yeah. But it's those SM parts that I'm just like, oh my, what's going on here? And some people have pointed out that maybe this is actually just Aespa's entire next album put into one song, to which I would say that's even more confusing. So you can definitely let me know what you think of that as well. Do you think SM would do that? My friend pointed out that, you know, they did that for Resonance for NCT, but that was after the songs had already been released. So you think they would do that before the songs are even released? Because there are vastly different songs, but you know, in my opinion, maybe it's just what SM does. I Got a Boy, a house party, and so on. So yes, of course, I'm super excited for Aespa because I do feel like they're bringing something new to the table. This concept, I feel, is very revolutionary. They very rarely, if ever, actually disappoint with their outfits. And with Black Mamba being, you know, one of those songs where I'm like, that is their flavor, I was just taken a little bit aback when I heard Next Level, and I thought, you know, maybe this could also be an EXO song, it could be an NCT song. It just felt more company specific rather than Aespa. That's the point I'm trying to get across. But yeah, of course the song is familiar, it's a remake, and actually, despite my 47 copyright claims from Aespa, I am going to show you a little snippet of the original versus what Aespa did as the remake. So my friends, if you are lucky enough to hear this audio, it means I did not get a copyright claim yet. So let's give a few examples. Here's example number 1 of the original song versus Aespa's remake of this part in particular. And then here's another example. I'm on the next level. I'm on the next level. I do think it's fun. I do think it's fun to reimagine things, to, you know, have a song that maybe somebody loved and then to reinvent it entirely. Or do you know what I mean? I'm not opposed to that. Maybe I'm just opposed to SM Entertainment. That's possible. But in terms of why it's familiar, that's pretty much it. I don't really have the most to compare to, surprisingly. I will point out that my friend, not me, I did not say this, my friend did say that it was quite similar to 21's Can't Nobody. You know, a space theme is a space theme. Now, did YG Entertainment invent space and time? As far as I know, Galaxy Supernova only came out in 2013. Case closed. That was a joke, but definitely let me know in the comments down below of all the space themes you can think of in K-pop. I would love to reminisce or possibly learn of new ones. I usually like more post-apocalyptic themes, but Wonder Girl, wait, no, that's JYP. I was gonna say Wonder Girls Like Money. That wasn't really space theme, that was more robot theme. Digressing, as I should. The stands will come. So I did read an article from the Korea Times that says Next Level is a follow-up song to Aespa's debut single Black Mamba, which was unleashed last November. In Black Mamba, the members learn that an evil force in the form of a snake poses a threat to the world and will attempt to disconnect them from their avatars. They then go on to explain that in Next Level, they head to Kwanya, which is the place where avatars and the human counterparts can meet and interact, to hunt down Black Mamba, which I will henceforth call the virus, because I think Black Mamba is kind of a virus of sorts. So with that in mind, I did want to dissect the entire music video of Next Level, the music video for Black Mamba, how they connect together, as well as episode 1 of SM Culture's universe, titled Black Mamba as well. Next Level starts out with this space theme, which is quite different from Black Mamba, as I don't think we're in Kwanya anymore, Toto. But as we just read in the Korea Times, it seems that Next Level, they actually go to Kwanya to defeat the Black Mamba. But if that's the case, then why does Kwanya look so different in Next Level than it did in Black Mamba? Because I think Next Level is a lot more than just Kwanya. I think we're actually also introduced to a new place called Cosmo. And I think it ties into Sync Out, but to understand Sync Out, we need to first discover episode 1 titled Black Mamba. So as I mentioned previously, SM Culture Universe have released a kind of backstory titled episode 1 Black Mamba. And we start out with an animated character and a text that asks, where did we come from? And from there, we seem to go through a digital sinkhole, which brings us to Aespa's world, kind of the real world, shall we say. And the news is actually referring to these mysterious digital sinkholes that are starting to appear everywhere. We then cut to a classroom that Giselle is attending, and her hologram teacher is explaining what I is. It's an alter ego with a personality built from all the data we upload every day. But she's not paying attention because she's writing raps out loud and no one is calling her out on this. We then see that her own I is actually behind her and helps her pick out some lyrics, but points her to the class board where it turns into basically a red carpet. Meanwhile, our friend Winter and her I are absolutely destroying people. But then we find out they were actually just playing a video game together. So it seems that even in the real world, I and their human counterparts can to an extent still interact with each other. As for Ning Ning and her I, they create digital art and end up infiltrating an art exhibition and hijacking it with this beautiful butterfly. But as we cut back to Giselle, who is still not paying attention, her hologram teacher asks her what this French phrase means, and instead of answering him, she just reads it out loud. But I digress. This might actually be a trilingual class because the teacher speaks in Korean, Giselle speaks to him in French apparently, and then later on she speaks to him in English. This feels oddly reminiscent of my Koreaboo days. For Karina's scene, it's absolutely stunning. You know, she's sitting at the pool as her I tells her to meet her, and she goes swimming and they dramatically touch hands. However, back to Giselle, whose classmates are discussing whether I can really be a part of ourselves. Because if I is part of the data that we upload every day, and the data we upload every day is damn near perfection with all the Photoshop and us really only putting our best foot forward, can that really be a part of ourselves? The deep philosophical questions. But then suddenly Giselle disappears and the hologram teacher starts glitching. And in English, Giselle asks, "Professor, what if I gets hacked?" And then we start to see all of the members' eyes malfunctioning, getting hacked, and going offline with this snake symbol appearing. So this is how it all connects to Black Mamba, because this image of the snake is obviously representative of Black Mamba being a sort of virus or a sort of evil eye. I didn't mean it like that. An evil eye that is trying to disconnect them from their eye counterparts. We see Karina getting out of the water and she's met with a different version of Karina. And her own eyes go dark, very much like they did in the music video for Black Mamba, and we're brought back to this scene which seems very majestic. And we have this mysterious person with her hands around Karina's neck. Her own eyes coming back to normal, and she asks this person, "Who are you?" Or this I, "Who are you?" So it seems this phenomenon is affecting I across the country. Everyone is being disconnected, and they have named this Sync Out. We end with the hologram teacher actually transforming into a sinister looking eye, and you might notice the short hair, which is similar to the last scene in Black Mamba, where we see this mysterious figure appear who also has short hair. So I have reason to believe they are the same entity, possibly Black Mamba, whatever Black Mamba actually is, whether it's a virus, whether it's an individual entity, or whatever the case may be. Then we're met with credits with the instrumental of Black Mamba playing in the background, but not so fast, it is not over. If we were in a movie theater, we would have to awkwardly sit back down. We then get to see the animated versions of everyone's eyes, and we are met with the character Navis, which is also present in the lyrics of Next Level. This seems to be the aftermath of the sync out. They cannot sync with their human counterparts, and they're wondering, what should they do? They decide to go to Kwarnya, but the portal is closed. However, Navis is able to open the portal. But once the portal is open, or perhaps it's actually a digital sinkhole, we see a snake come out of it. I'm actually unsure whether or not this is intentional, as Navis also seems to have quite short hair and seems to look like the sinister eye that we had just seen. However, in the lyrics for Next Level, it seems Navis is someone who leads and Aespa will follow. And maybe, just like we had seen a possible evil version of Karina's avatar, there is also an evil version of Navis. But let me know what you think of that theory. So all of this brings us to the music video of Black Mamba. I feel like the Black Mamba music video is actually the aftermath of the sync out as well. Because we do have this theme that the members don't have access to their avatars. Anytime we do see their avatars, they are glitching, and there's even lyrics that says, if only I could connect to you again. And of course, there's even this one scene where Karina has her phone and she's getting an airdrop from Black Mamba, and when she accepts it, she gets brought into what seems to be a different universe. A universe that seems different from the one she was in before. You could see she was in a train. And then when she accepts the airdrop, everything is full of flowers and it's very purple and beautiful with butterflies. So I actually think these purple themed places are Kwangya. So though in the press conference they say that Black Mamba is where they learn about the sync out and that next level is where they go to Kwangya to fight Black Mamba, I do think there's some overlap between the two. And I do think we end up seeing Kwangya in both, with the music video for Black Mamba being a little bit of the aftermath of that sync out, especially with lyrics that talk about wandering the place. So I do think that within Black Mamba, they're venturing into this quest to get their avatars back, which we eventually see followed up in Next Level, which is represented through the lyrics. You wander this Kwangya, I can't lose against you, potentially alluding to the fact that this virus is wandering where these worlds connect. However, I'm wondering if Kwangya is really the place to be doing any of this, because the lyrics also allude to a place called Cosmo. So maybe Kwangya is the place where they all have to meet together to then get to the next level, which is Cosmo, to eventually defeat the Black Mamba. Because in Next Level, Giselle says she walks to Kwangya, and then we see further in the lyrics that until I reach the next level Cosmo. However, it's also possible that this is all a hallucination. Hear me out. You know, I talked a little bit previously about how the Kwangya in Black Mamba seems a lot different than the Kwangya that we're seeing in Next Level, because the lyrics in Next Level say a hallucination quest created by the Black Mamba. So maybe they are in Kwangya in Next Level, but it's all a hallucination, hence all of these space themes that are going on. So to kind of recap, we have Sync Out, which disconnects everyone from their eye counterparts. In the music video for Black Mamba, we see that Aespa desperately want to reconnect with their eyes. But I also think that within the Black Mamba music video, the Black Mamba itself, the virus itself, brings Aespa into Kwangya, where they're then given a task to get to Cosmo, which is the next level, where there they would eventually be able to actually defeat the Black Mamba. Does that make sense? I would love to know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Maybe the space thing is a hallucination, as it is a hallucination quest by the Black Mamba. Maybe they're headed to Cosmo. Anyways, that's basically all I have to say in today's video. Don't forget you can support this channel in different ways by joining my channel members. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. You could also do other things like comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. My channel members actually got to see this video yesterday, so that's one of the benefits, depending on which level you were on. As for me, I'm gonna get going and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!